How many of you can relate to this, right? Where you learn something new and then you have to go and tell a friend, and how confident you feel explaining that new thing you've learned, or this new story you've heard, or this thing you saw on a film last night and you wanted to tell it to someone. And then as you're telling the story, you probably start to realize, oh, I'm fishing for things here and I've left things out and I can't explain it correctly. But that level of confidence you've got, or excitement you've got to tell someone that new thing, is what's known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, okay? So I wanted to talk you through that today. And right now, this applies to the fitness industry and every industry massively, especially when it comes to content creation. And it's ruining your knowledge and it's ruining your information, okay? So the reason I wanted to say this is because I was just thinking about, to be honest, I was getting triggered by scrolling on social media and just seeing guys spit information out that I know full well from following so many people in the industry that it's just regurgitated information and it's just getting poorer and poorer, just like Chinese whispers as you go on. So I wanted to throw this out there raw because I'm just literally thinking about it now, and I was going through this and I was like, why is this so transparent? And transparent is definitely the wrong word. Why is it so apparent in our industry? You know, why is it happening in the fitness industry? And it's because people, right, let me explain it. Let me explain the Dunning-Kruger effect. So what happens is, this here, right, I don't know if you can see that graph correctly, but this on this side here is your confidence. I've got pressure right now, confidence, trying to spell live, which I'm going to get wrong, but I don't care. And I blame it on dyslexia and just put myself in that label. I haven't actually got it, so sorry. My brother's dyslexic, so I can take the mic. So confidence on this side here, and then on this side you've actually got knowledge. So for those of you that hated maths and don't understand graphs, let me explain what's going on here. So this line, right, shooting up, when the knowledge, so at this point, your knowledge level is still extremely small. So you've gone from knowing absolutely sweet F all about that one thing. Let's say, what should we say? Let's say carb cycling. So those of you who might not know anything about carb cycling, but this is the first time you've heard the word. And if I explain the term quickly, where you have basically 3 different days, as an example, you've got a low day, a low carb day, a medium day, and a high carb day. And if I explain to you that that is some magical, system that we can use for fat loss, you're going to be like, oh my God, carb cycling, I've heard this thing, tell a friend, blah, blah, blah. And you feel extremely confident about explaining that subject because I've just given you new information that you have know nothing about. And your unknowns are quite huge right now, but you don't know they exist. You don't know the ins and outs of this thing. You just know what you've been told. So your confidence is extremely high because you've gone from knowing nothing to knowing what you think is everything. But the truth is, you actually don't know so much more because this is what you know right now about that one thing. But the unknowns are this much more. And what happens is, as you start to learn more and learn more and learn more and learn more and get closer and closer to the side, you realize as you look over here, you're like, oh my God, there's so much more I don't know. And what happens is, as that goes on, your confidence level starts to go down. And you realize there's so much more to learn because you're looking around at this circle here and you can see there's so much more to learn. And even as you start learning that, you realize there's even more to learn and your confidence goes down and down and down. And this point here is where most people quit, right? So at the bottom, they realize there's still so much they need to know and they can't be asked to go on that journey. They think they're never going to get there. And this is where people give up, and this applies to everything, okay? And then what happens is those people that stay consistent with time and they invest and they push through those barriers and hard work, they may look out to get some expertise or some help from other people that have been there longer, from experts in the game. And true experts, they sit at this side here, okay? So they're right here. But the fun fact about the Dunning-Kruger effect is you're never as confident as when you first learn about that one subject, unless you're an arrogant dickhead. So that's the rule of thumb here, okay? So that's basically the Dunning-Kruger effect. Now, how does this apply to social media, which is what I wanted to talk to you about? Now, if you flip this on its head, right, so this arc, if you flip this arc on its head, and what I'm going to do is just kind of draw this like this for you. So I'm drawing it in reverse. I'm really going to spin you out now. But what we do have some experts, some genuine experts, okay, in the fitness industry, in any industry, that are on social media, and do you know what? They're feeling good. They want to share their knowledge. They want to give it away for free. Alex Hormozi comes to mind. People like that, right? But they're doing it for a reason because they're making money in a different way. and they benefit from getting a bigger reach, a bigger audience on social media. So they're going to give away their secrets. And some experts in the fitness industry, they do that as well. For example, Lane Norton would be one of them. He's one of those that will give away a lot of expertise on nutrition, and he'll bash everyone that comes from it, and he's very good at playing the game. But what will happen is there'll be a lot of people now. He's got millions of followers. So millions of aspiring PTs, coaches are following these guys. In the bodybuilding industry, maybe someone like John Jewett. Locally to us in the UK, we've got Callum. Callum from Pro Coach, he may talk a lot about the bodybuilding scene and what he does with his protocols, seminars. And then you've got all these people that are not investing the 10 years, 15, 20 years that these guys have learned that one thing. They've been taught it by an expert. So they think, okay, green light. I'm then going to go and take this information that I've learned on social media from the expert, and what they're going to do is, with their high confidence at this point, because they've just learned this new thing, they're going to then turn it into a circle, and they're going to start spitting it, Chinese whispers, right? I can't even spell anymore. They're going to then put that on social media, and you're going to be consuming this Chinese whisper version of content, spitting out the same information years later, years down the line, or just instantly sometimes when they've just literally watched a reel and they're like, oh, that's a good bit of information. Why don't I give that to my followers? How about you go and learn about it first, right? So that's what I'm just saying. I'm saying that be careful about what you listen to online. And this is what we're trying to do with PB. We're trying to work with people and bring in experts and work with experts and invest in all these educational courses so that we can truly learn this information, test it with our clients, know that it works before we then go and share it. Anything that we share on our pages, we know we've tried and tested with real people, real results, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, I would just be careful about what you consume online. This is what you're consuming, because this is 99%. I would literally say, it's not a fact by the way, but I would say that's about 99% of creators, aspiring wannabe experts, but the ones that make it to the top, most of all, are actually experts. They've actually put in the time, they've gone through this phase, and they've gone here, and they haven't given up, and they've kept going. Most creators, look at them. Even look at Eddie Abu, right? He's blown up on social media. You can hate him or love him, but he's been a successful bodybuilder. He's spent 40 plus years in the fitness industry, and now he's spitting out this information, which he's deciding to attack one specific area, and he's been extremely successful in that. So you can't knock people that have done it and become a genuine expert in what they know, and then they decide to spit out information. But then when they branch off and they get confident and they start learning about new things and they think, oh, do you know what? I can use this to target this part of my audience and maybe sell something. Then that's when it becomes this. And that's when it may not be correct information. So be careful about what you're consuming. I just wanted to kind of flip that because I thought it'd be a cool video. But anyway, if you want to see more shit like this, I don't know why I said shit, I shouldn't swear. Well, anyway, we're going to be bringing a podcast soon, just to drop that in there. So those of you that have stayed around, you might want to listen because you've listened this long. But anyway, I will see you soon. Thank you. Follow for more.